Welcome to More to Know on Daily Ad Brief. I'm your host, Kent Lewis. Joining us today from New Haven, Connecticut is Carolyn Walker with Response Marketing. Welcome to the show, Carolyn.
Hi, Kent. Thank you. Happy to be here.
In 30 seconds or less, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
30 seconds. Wow. I am a marketer starting from the age of 16, believe it or not. And went to school for marketing and have been on both the client and agency side and happen to own an agency kind of by accident, which happened about 15 years ago.
Okay, great. So you've been in the industry for a while. First question, I couldn't help but notice in your form that you talked about you have a different view of data. It's a two-sided, double-edged sword, I guess we could say.
Mhm.
Data can inform, but data can do other things. Why don't you tell us about your point of view on data?
Yeah, so I believe data does inform. It really is very helpful when thinking about things like, strategy and, helping build creative strategy or marketing strategy. But I also feel like the other side of data is, relying on it to inform decisions about tactical things that we're doing, and really kind of over investing and overusing it on the performance marketing side to the detriment of brand.
Can you give us an example of a case where data created paralysis or misdirection or some other malware?
Well, I think it's happening pervasively now, actually, which is, a lot of agencies and brands are investing their marketing budgets in performance marketing because the data, you can get data on the results of performance marketing instantaneously, pretty much. And so they're shifting budget out of brand and putting it into performance marketing. And the research shows that creates a lot of long-term detriment to sales, right? That sales actually decline in those instances. Your performance marketing doesn't work as well in those instances. It's much better if you have performance and brand running together.
Okay, that's a good insight. And I'm also curious, it sounds like you may have dabbled a bit in the world of audio branding and podcasting. Anything you want to share for our viewers about the benefits of exploring podcasting as an ad strategy?
Yeah, I mean, I think beyond an ad strategy, it's a content marketing strategy and brand building strategy. And so, one of our big successes is we convinced McAfee, the security company, to invest in a branded podcast. And it was massively successful. The podcast was called Hackable, and it was about a 20 to 25-minute show. Um, and it really was entertaining first. And one of the things we did as we were set to launch that podcast series is we tested it with consumers. And what we found is that the brand attribute scores for McAfee went through the roof. So when you ask them about McAfee and their attitudes toward McAfee before they listened, they were low. And when we asked after they listened to an episode of the podcast, they went soaring high. And so it was really a tremendous brand building, um, effort, and something that was incredibly successful to the tune of 3 million downloads. So I think when you're looking at building brand, certainly a branded podcast, it's not inexpensive to do. So think about that. Because to do it right, you should do it right and invest in the production. But two is I think audio in general is a great avenue for brand advertising. And so, we were really successful advertising the podcast in podcast advertising and advertising other brands in podcast advertising.
Great, good insights. And I want to thank you for your time today and sharing your knowledge and experience with us today. To find out more about this episode's guest and topic, please visit dailyadbrief.com. We hope you'll join us next time on More to Know.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.